Now let me just check if we are live. Are we live? Just let me know if we're live. Let me know if you can see or hear me. Right, one person's watching, so I think we're all good. Hold on. Let me just. Okay, so hello everybody, welcome back to It's the United Way. Today we're going to be talking to you about the latest Manchester United news. Enjoy the stream. It's going to be an interesting one. A lot of news coming out the last few hours/minutes. Malacia De Jong, we seem to get him De Jong getting close and close to coming to United. Everything's looking spick and span. And, I'm really looking forward to doing this. Rahul, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting show. So, buckle up, enjoy the show. If you have any questions you want to ask me, you know what to do. Ask me the questions, and I'll try my best to answer as much as I can. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Hold on a sec. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting show. Again, as I said, if you have any questions to ask me, you can ask me the questions. Whoever's in the chat, I know Rahul is in the chat as of now. So, Rahul, hope you're doing well. Whoever else is in the chat as well, hope you're also doing well. But we'll start off with this one. So, Barcelona source says we are close to completing the operation. Oh no, that was yesterday. So we'll move on. we don't want to do any of that. Okay, so this one now came out last night. Man United have agreed deals in principle to sign Frankie De Jong from Barcelona and Feyenoord left back Tyrell Malacia. That was from Samuel Luckor. So it seems like we're going to be getting the double Dutch. That's the thumbnail. That's the name of the show, Double Dutch. And yeah, listen, it's exciting that we're finally signing people. Like, a lot of people were concerned. And it's mad. Like, it's no DM. Yeah, I know, Rahul. No DM again. I know we probably would have preferred more of a defensive midfielder rather than a central. Yeah, it is a shame. To be fair, I'll agree with you on that one. No doubt. I would definitely have liked in the DM. I would have liked us to sign Calvin Phillips, but he's gone to Manchester City. Declan Rice, I would like him. Worth a bit too much. But I mean, if you really think about what good, decent, cheap DMs are out there that Manchester United could sign, I mean, it's it's a tough to see because all the good DMs I think are are gone. I think they're taken. Do I think that you know. Actually, I don't know. He just didn't come into mind when I was saying that. I mean, yeah. Sangari will be decent as well. I mean, what much is he worth? Actually, around 15, 20 million, 20 million pounds, maybe a bit more than that. But I would actually like Sangaria. All night. But we'll talk about this one. The thing that's up on your screen. Samuel, of course, has said, Man United have great deals and principles to sign Frankie De Jong from Barcelona and Feyenoord left back Tyrell Malacia. Now listen, I'm happy that we got a signing. I'm glad we're finally getting this De Jong deal done because it's been going on for weeks upon weeks. We're getting fed up. Yeah, so 25 to 30 million pounds tops. That's actually not a bad deal, to be fair. I would really, really be happy for a deal of that price. You know what I mean? And listen, I always say that Manchester United should get the players that are, you don't want to get players that are like top players. You'd want to get more of, signing that you want to get a sign like Sangaria is more of a an average signing, but he'd be a good sign. Um, and yeah, this that I was reading out here, Man United have great deals. I'm glad we're getting finally signing players. I didn't. I mean, Jesus Christ! I remember a few days ago I was expecting Manchester United not to sign anyone. Now, luckily enough, we are signing players. We're finally being that team that can sign players. We're not lacking. We're not doing the small bits, signing youngsters. I mean, we did it before, signing players that we don't know about. Malacia, we've heard about him for a long time. Yeah, something must be wrong. Yeah, I know a lot of people have kind of been wondering what's the deal with Luke Shaw. Does he stay? You know, Tellez supposedly we're meant to be allowing offers for Alex Tellez as well. So he could be a. I mean, supposedly though he's meant to be like a backup for Luke Shaw. I mean, I just hope he doesn't see that because he's a player that if we're going for cheap, we had to hijack a deal, and let's be real, Manchester United trying to hijack a deal is like Harry Maguire trying to take on Kylian Mbappe. It's never possible, but there we go, it's possible. Luckily enough, so yeah. Ten Hag doesn't fancy him. Yeah. I mean, Luke Shaw is good. I mean, he had a bad season. Fair enough. I mean, he got a season. I think he got an injury against. I think it was in the Man City match. He got an injury, and then that was him out for the season. So that could, come into complexion. And Manchester United, like Luke Shaw is good. I mean, all the other lads said it. Rahul, you after just saying it as well. What's wrong with Luke Shaw? Nothing's wrong with Luke Shaw. I think Tellez is 29, 30 years of age now, so you would you kind of think to yourself, right, it's time to move on from Tellez. Tellez is good. We got him for cheap, so from Porto. Now we have Malacia in from Feyenoord, so it is good business getting Malacia. I mean, Manchester United. If I reckon if there was no deal, we would have, I just feel like would have rushed into the deal. They see what uh, Leon was offering, and then they seeing what Leon were offering, and they were like, right, we'll up that. That's literally how Manchester United do deals. They don't go for the De Jong deal. I reckon if you had, I don't know, say Man City going in from, say they offer 60, Man United would offer 70, and then Barcelona would be thinking, Barcelona would be smart. They'd be like, oh man, it's high an offer. We were probably going to accept. We are probably going to accept Man City's offer, and then now Manchester United have offered more. So let's even get more off. But I mean, what we only offered like 1 or 2 million more than Leon, so it's not big. So yeah, I mean, Rahul, you've commented there. Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Williams are leaving. I mean, Wan-Bissaka as well. He's a player that had a very quiet season as well. I mean, he didn't go to the Euros with England. Williams was on loan with not full with Norwich. So, you know, it's all really about Manchester United just like Wan-Bissaka personally. I'd keep him for another season. I'd send him out on loan. But listen, if we're gonna sell Wan-Bissaka, we have to get another. Then we have to move on. Now, to the right back situation. Now we could get Lamptey, we could get who else is out there that would be Denzel Dumfries, for instance. But if Manchester United are selling, if they are going to sell Wan-Bissaka, well then you have to get a right back in. Like Manchester United with the left back situation, um, getting getting you know Malacia on the left. That's good. That I honestly think that's a good bit of business. Getting Malacia, especially if they just said that they're going to offer 50. They're going to get rid of. They're going to accept offers or consider offers that come in for Telles. I mean, yeah, right. Well, pretty much, man. Dutch United is the main stage, isn't it, of Manchester United at the moment? I mean, you know, we, yeah, someone was going to come up with it, right? Who you came up with the name Dutch United is basically what we are, and it's the basics about it, isn't it? So here we go now. Manchester United's pursuit of De Jong is expected to be finalised in a 65 million euro deal. 65 million euros, of which it was 65 million pound deal. In pounds, that's 56.40 million pounds deal plus add-ons. It was understood that the initial fee will be paid in installments, and well, look or so. The Malacia deal is paid in installments. Now, this De Jong deal is also going to be paid in installments. I'm guessing we all know what installments means. I don't think I'll have to say anything like that. Uh, yeah, it will be done. I mean, it could be done tonight, tomorrow, Friday. Um, it could be done Saturday, Sunday. It will be done this week. I mean, I said news yesterday that they could be going to sign. Because the people of Barcelona want to get the deal. To think it'd be a miracle to get the deal done in 2 days' time. So that was yesterday. So we could be looking tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, tonight. At Barcelona just want to get the deal done and dusted. Because they then have to look at alternatives because De Jong is gone. So then that's the main thing of it. And yeah, the deal of the arm definitely will be done this week. I can't see it, pushed into next week or the week after next or whatever. The deal has to be done this week, and that's the thing. Then once that deal is done, the Malacia deal will be done before we know it. I reckon at this stage, I reckon they're already in negotiation. Like Malacia is going to be a new Manchester United player, so for us fans, we don't have to worry about that. We can look at now we don't have to look at Manchester United side now and see what they can do as well. Rahul says, I don't fancy Martinez at £50 million. Yeah, I mean, I did a head-to-head between him and Varane last week. I mean, it's just Martinez is like 5'8", so it's not for a defender, or it's not the best. I mean, a lot of people are saying we can maybe put him in the DM because you can also play defensive midfielder. He could be like the N'Golo Kante for United. But I mean, thing is about N'Golo Kante, he's small, but he's bulky, and he's broad. Sorry, and that Manchester United kind of have to progress on these kind of deals, because I think if we do get Martinez for 50 million, I think it's overpaying. I really, really think getting Martinez will be overpaying. I don't think he's worth 50 million. 20 to 30 million, you think about it. 50 million, it's a bit too much. 40 million, I don't. We have actually offered 40 million for him. Well, they're going to be offering 40 million for him, because Arsenal are also looking into him. The thing is, with Arsenal, in fairness to them, they have strong players. They have a midfielder. They have defenders. Now, they mightn't be the best defenders, but Arsenal fans I'm pretty sure, were reasonably happy with them. So That's the thing. Manchester United have to just look at the positives and move on. Whereas Pau Torres, you know, get Pau Torres in. I mean, what? How much? How much would Pau Torres be? About 40 to 50 million. The thing is about Pau Torres is he has the height and the strength. Martinez might have all the strength in the world, but he just hasn't got the height. And I think if we do get Martinez, I won't get too excited over it. I mean, I'll be more excited over the Malacia deal. Now, if he was a left back, you'd be like, fair enough, you know. So Martinez, if he was a left back, right back, happy days. But he's meant to be. He can be a central defensive midfielder and a defender. And honestly, if I was Martinez, I'd try and develop myself into a fullback because he hasn't got the height or standards for a defender. Like the Premier League's a different ball game than the Dutch league. Now listen, Ten Hag. If Ten Hag has seen something in him that we haven't seen, well then he must be a good player. But that height in the Premier League, I mean, you have Darren Nunez now coming in, to Liverpool, Haaland to Man City, who else? Harry Kane, um, Arsenal, just got Gabriel Jesus. Manchester United really have to develop on what they're doing and what they can do because this ain't going to be any easy deal. 30 plus 5 million add-ons, yeah. So and then you count wages in that as well. We could become to 40 to 50 million. So who knows what the complexion or the outcome will be of this game. It's hard to find out. And I mean, what we have the 12th of July is the first pre-season game for Manchester United. So it'd be interesting to see how that plans out. But the De Jong deal, of course, definitely will be done this week. So whoever's wondering, I mean, Rahul's just as I saying it there, the deal will be done this week as well. So here we go now. After the news broke yesterday, Man United tried to hijack the deal for Tor Malacia. Lyon raised their offer by £1 million or €1 million. However, they were left without success because Malacia had told the League One opposition that basically he doesn't want to join them. He wants to come to Manchester United. I mean, listen, I feel in a way I kind of feel bad because Lyon are like this close to getting him. Then Manchester United came in, wiped the deal totally out, and then we got Malacia. Now, listen, it's happened to Manchester United. It really has happened to Manchester United. We've had players that we've signed, and we've had a lot of players that we were close to getting, and then we didn't get those players. So that's why Manchester United have to be careful on what they're doing. Rahul De Jong is definitely a big relief for me, and as I said, I'm glad we're getting this deal done. I thought we'd never get the deal done. I mean, a month ago, before the transfer window even opened, we were talking to getting De Jong. Now I seen the news and I kind of thought it was a bit stupid, because I thought that Manchester United could have went for a DM, and then Ten Hag actually did say when he was managed when De Jong was at Ajax, he said if you play De Jong DM, it's a waste. So he has to be more of a central midfielder. He can't be a CDM. So I don't even think he's a player you could easily develop. I mean, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about getting De Jong. I don't think we should have bought him. I really, really don't. I mean, supposedly De Jong, not De Jong, Ten Hag wants to build around De Jong like what City did with Kevin De Bruyne. But we have Van de Beek coming back. You know what I mean? We have Van de Beek, Fred, who can play central midfielder as well. I mean, we should have got Sangaria, whatever way you pronounce his name, and then we should have got Calvin Phillips earlier, but we didn't. Now that the rivalry, of course, is always going to be a big problem as well. That's the question, and I haven't really got an answer, but I'm guessing I'm just going to throw it out there. Maybe Scott McTominay could be our DM. again. That he had Ten Hag has said a long time ago, before he was, I think Ollie was only did, well, he was at Ajax, and he said, "You, De Jong's not a player you can play in that DM. It's just a waste of a player. But if you play him in the central midfield role, it's worth the money." So that's the thing, Man United have to look into this and look into it DM, because we're focused on getting the defender. Listen, we need a defender. We really, really need a defender. Uh, so we can't build a team around Van de Beek, in all fairness. Yeah, but he wants to build a team around De Jong. No, listen, you can't build a team around Van de Beek. Can you build a team around Bruno? Do you know, can you build a team around Bruno Fernandes as well? I don't think we can even. I mean, Bruno kind of, without Bruno, he's definitely strengthened our midfield. He's helped us in times. But, I mean, listen, if I was the Manchester United board, right? Agree with me or disagree with me, let me know your opinions. And let me know your opinions as well, by the way, on the Malacia deal and the De Jong deal eventually. Everything's confirmed. But, I mean, Bruno's probably not trusted by Ten Hag. I don't know why you wouldn't really trust Bruno Fernandes, in all fairness. But yeah, I mean, for speaking of, like, I mean, then again, De Jong is like 24, 25, 26. He's around that mark anyways. I don't think he's any older than that. He's I mean, like, I like Bruno and all, but Bruno, I trust Bruno. Bruno, again, is another player who had that bad season, and Manchester United should maybe get a partnership, and that's probably what. I mean, listen, I think every player has to earn the trust with a new manager, don't he? Every player has to earn the trust. Every player, from De Gea all the way up to Ronaldo, has to earn the trust. Even, listen, I'm not saying get rid of De Gea. I'm not saying get rid of Ronaldo or Bruno. But every player has to earn that trust. And that seems to be what Man United are doing. Build the trust. Because, listen, I mean, what? What? The fans, we have to earn the trust of Ten Hag. We have to earn the trust of Ten Hag as well. So it's all new. It's a fresh, clean slate. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Jesus, Rahul, definitely. Dutch ones definitely have a bigger advantage than the rest of the team. But I mean, Manchester United have an agreement in principle from Feyenoord to Malacia and are optimistic of wrapping up a deal. Lisandro Martinez is strong interest of the club. Basis of an agreement exists when Man United for Frankie De Jong, but significant significant complexity. Yeah, I can't even talk. See, this De Jong deal's fuck me speech up. But significant complexities to walk through, says Melissa Reddy. Like, just pay the money for De Jong. It seems like we're getting him for cheaper than expected. So just go for him and then leave us alone. But yeah, we did it with Harry Maguire, so I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't do it again. But there's the news. Manchester United are preparing a 40 million bid for Lisandro Martinez, coming from Alex Crook. Yeah, Donny does look very happy, in fairness to him. I mean, he has Ten Hag coming in, who used to manage him. Donny van de Beek was a brilliant player under Ten Hag, by the way. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plans out between Donny. But listen, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out now, doesn't it? If we're planning on looking at De Jong coming in, Sangare maybe, who replaces? I mean, where does Donny go? Will we see Donny? Could we see a Bruno, Donny? Could we see Tell you what Manchester United should do. 4-2-3-1. Bruno, that Cam, Donny and De Jong, more like the holding, the central midfielders. But I suppose you'd want to have like I can't go another season watching McFred. I can't go another season watching. I mean, what we had to stick with Matic. We had to stick with. I mean, I'll be more confident now watching Fred play a bit of ball than McTominay. McTominay isn't, he's never going to be, as much as I like him. Obviously, he's a United player. But as much as I like McTominay, he's never going to be that player that Manchester United will win a team. He's never going to win. He's never going to get Manchester United winning trophies or anything like that. 30 plus 10 in add-ons. Yeah, I mean, is it worth it though? I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is getting Martinez worth the money? So yeah, I mean that's it. Fred ain't any CDM. Fred isn't a CDM. He never will be a CDM. Fred's a central midfielder. He ain't a CDM, and we've witnessed that. And in fairness to what Ralph Rangnick has done, he showed us that Fred is not a central midfielder, and I'm happy with that because I'm glad that we're not seeing Fred in that DM role. Like Fred is we all expected because when we got Fred in that he's going to be the next best thing. He ain't the next best thing, but Fred has to be more of a central midfielder. He can't be a DM, and that's the thing about it. Did we sign Fred thinking he was a DM? Did we sign Fred thinking, oh yeah, we're getting a nice CDM in? Because Fred is not a CDM, and as I said, Ralph Rangnick, in fairness to him, as much as he's probably left us hang us all out to dry, I don't think that Ralph Rangnick has definitely shown us what he's not a player should go where. I mean, again, he's turned a lot into a good player. De Gea was just out of this world last season. Fred was very good in fairness. Maguire, well, it's Maguire, isn't it? I mean, he also showed us that Sancho can't play on the right wing. He's more of a left winger. I heard Eric Ten Hag can play without a DM. Well, if Manchester United get a good defender with Torres or Jurriën Timber, if Lee Van Gaal doesn't try and stop us from signing him, but if we can get a good old, but then we need a DM. Like City have a DM, Liverpool has a DM, Chelsea has a DM. We need a DM, and it'll be hard to I don't know. I think we need a DM. I think we really, really need a DM because, yeah, 4 players. But Rahil, what I want to ask you is, what 4 players will they be? I want to ask you this, Rahil. What 4 players will they be? In all honesty, what 4 players will they be? Because I'm really, really interested to see what 4 players they'll be. Well, we've got 2 already. Malacia and De Jong. The other one, I'd love Anthony. I really would like Anthony at Manchester United. Then he's worth 70 million, so that's maybe work on him next summer, January transfer window. What 4 players? We've got 2 in. So who's the other 2? Who's the other 2? That Manchester United could get. In your opinion, Rahel, by the way. Anthony, De Jong, Malacia, and a centre back. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think it'll be. Anthony is another player that I'd love at the club. I really, really would love Anthony at Manchester United as well. But here's news. Manchester United will move on to other targets with Christian Eriksen and Ajax duo Anthony and Sandro Martinez also covered or covered, says Samuel Luckhurst. I don't think Ajax will get rid of, well, two of their best players. Well, I don't think they'll get rid of Anthony and Sandro Martinez in the same season. I don't think that's realistic. I think that if Manchester United really want to if Manchester United are looking to again, as Rahil said, looking to play without DM, maybe you should look into a DM before they go anywhere else. Because that'd be me anyways. I wouldn't be looking into Anthony or looking into a DM and then looking into Anthony. Listen, we need a DM, of course, because a certain player might have been a bit of an arsehole and did the wrong things at the wrong time. I'm not gonna mention him because I don't like him anymore, but we know who he is. And yeah, I mean, we do like Anthony as well. It is complicated, Rahul. You're just going to say that it's a complicated deal. It's a deal that I'd be very happy with. I would really be happy with. Like thing is, deals like De Jong, I'm happy about, but I'm not. I'm not jumping around. I'm not jumping. It's not jump for joy deal. It's just we've got him. That's the relief. Thank God. Let's move on. Now I didn't expect Malacia to actually be our fourth signing. I honestly thought it would have been De Jong, to be honest, because like Malacia, De Jong came. It's like De Jong was there. Malacia came in, Dale done, then De Jong next. But I think Malacia was our first signing. He's going to be our third one. The third one is going to be a tough ask. I mean, we only have 150 million as well to spend, maybe more. Not too sure, but I don't think that. I honestly don't think we'll get Anthony anytime soon. I don't think we will. I don't know. I mean, maybe if we sell one or two players, we could maybe, but at the moment, I don't think we'll get him. I'd expect us to get Lisandro Martinez, and then like if we can get Singare, maybe if we can get Singare, who's a DM, then we have De Jong, then we have a left back, then a midfielder, then Anthony, then maybe free agent Eriksen. That will be such a good transfer window. But that ain't gonna happen. It's either one or the other. We're not gonna get, what? 3 midfielders, a winger, and then a defender / DM. Eriksen, I don't know. I honestly can't see that deal happening either. I can't. That's just my opinion. Like, that's not coming from any of any journalists. I just can't see it happening. I don't know. I think it's a bit of a complicated deal. That's another like he's a free agent and we're taking years to sign him. Like if that was a City or a Liverpool or maybe Tottenham, I reckon we'd be looking into them. But we don't seem to have those players. We don't seem to have we just haven't got Eriksen. If we get him, I'll be like, lovely stuff. We've got to get in Christian Eriksen. Happy days, you know what I mean? Free agent, played for Tottenham, Brentford, Inter, Denmark's his national team. I'll be like, right, grand. We've got to earn ourselves a good player in there. Now let's move on. Now let's see what else we can do. That doesn't seem to be the problem. And it's more of a Martinez will happen. Martinez, I think, will happen. I think it'll happen. I think it will happen, to be brutally honest with you. But like, that's the thing, if it does happen, is it a waste? Is Lisandro Martinez gonna be a bit of a waste? I mean, yeah, Rahul, you agree. You don't think Ericsson will happen? No, I don't. I don't think it'll happen. I think he'll stay at Brentford, or maybe, I don't know, move to someone else. Maybe move back to Tottenham. I suppose Tottenham don't want him. They're moving on. Looking at other options. Yeah, again, Timber's a shame we're not getting him as well, Rahul, as you said. Yeah, um, he would have been definitely a player that would have been top quality. Again, he was a player that hasn't got the height either, but he was, he had some sort of, he's just he had some sort of quality in him, but Manchester United didn't seem to see that. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to know. I mean, I'm waiting now for I'm waiting for the Fabrizio Romano. Here we go for Malacia and De Jong. Maybe they could both happen at the same time. Who knows? Timber's not showing a tough mentality. No, that's the thing. Maybe it's a good thing that we didn't get him, but then again, I said I can't go another season watching McFred. I also can't go another season with watching Harry Maguire. I just can't, especially with other teams around us strengthening their team. We don't seem to be doing that. We seem to be, we seem to be like walking around, but we're not looking at. Like, we need a striker as well. A striker is a player we need. We need a striker. Jonathan David will be a player I'd look into. We need a striker as well. Because you only have Martial. Martial's our backup striker now. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. It's already here we go for me. Both these players, Sangwell, of course, the club representative was already in. Yeah. Oh no, it's like it's happened. Like, the deals are happening. But Fabrizio Romano is the man that I would look into. Sangwell, of course, again, once he said it, I was like, okay, that's a good sign as well. But I mean, it's all about. It's just a waiting game now to see, because I still want to see that. I still want to see the here we go, and life is good. But as it stands, we haven't got the here we go. We haven't got the majority of the players that we're still looking into. Like, I still think it Manchester United is a long way away from looking back and saying good transfer, boys. We're still a long away from that. If we get Anthony and maybe someone else. Simon Stone, of course, Whitewell are never wrong. No, they're never wrong. No way. They're never wrong. The three of them aren't wrong. But it's nice to just see the Fabrizio Romano Twitter post. Frankie de Jong, blah blah blah. Here we go. Last year, here we go. It's just nice to see. And then I can't wait just to see them both. Holding the United jersey. Well, then we can relax, and then right, here we go. It'll happen this week. Yeah, it'll happen this week. We're still getting a lot of questions as well on the Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. Are these deals happening and all that? The deals are happening. Both deals, I think, will be completed before Friday. Saturday. I can honestly see the deals be completed tomorrow or Friday. And maybe get an official big announcement maybe next Monday. So it'll be an interesting thing to see. But listen, it's a part. It's the name Manchester United. The fact that we have gone from last year tells you that the owners. Yeah, I mean, that I was actually surprised though. To see that De Jong deal agreed next of all Malacia hijacking about 10, 15, 30 minutes later. Malacia decides to join Manchester United like that. I mean, geez, that's just like deals are done now. I'm pretty sure it's all about wages, medical, boom. But listen, it always takes a day or two for teams to kind of complete deals anyway. So it'll definitely be an interesting one to see. But it's all just look forward to the future and see who else we can sign. So But again, as always, if we do get if big news, like I don't think if we do get Malacia and De Jong, De Jong, yeah, yeah, they do. I mean, are they are they too high? Do you think, or too low? Do you know? Do you think the deals are too high, too low? Um, hold on, let me check De Jong's wages. Why? What concerns you most? They're too high. I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, Rodri has less. Rodri actually has less, which is a bit weird, but 290k per week on a 5-year deal. Rodri has like 150k per week. I mean, that's like probably what the second, third most high wages at the club. I mean, again, can we? Is there any room to complain though? I mean, we seem to be getting them for wasn't reasonably cheap. 350k weekly. No, I mean, I don't. Listen, who knows? That could change. That could change. You know what I mean? That could easily change. That could be wrong. That could be right. That could be blah blah blah. I think it'll change. I definitely think it'll change. But listen, it's hard to know. Yeah, that was from Disco Mirror, so it depends. Do you know what I mean? It depends. It depends. Do you know? I wouldn't get too uptight over it. That could change. May not could negotiate that down. You could say what Rahul just said. We paid a price for not. Yeah, if we did better, we could have got him weeks ago. Could have got him cheaper. Could have got his wages a bit cheap as well. But there you have it. And let's hope it's not a big flop like Harry Maguire. Because if it is, well, best of luck, United. Because I honestly don't want us to overpay for any more players. Because I just can't deal with us, overpaying again. Because as I said, we've did it on Harry Maguire. We've did it on Paul Pogba. You don't want to do it again. Because if you do it again, we're in trouble. And we don't want that to happen. But yeah, guys, that has been your 1 o'clock show. I was planning on going live at about 5, but I think we'll start that off tomorrow. So yeah, that was also being the transfer roundup as well. It was going to be pre-recorded, but we thought we'd throw the transfer roundup in there as well. So yeah, your transfer roundup has been there, except Anthony and Martinez. Yeah, well, it depends what happens there. Expect Anthony. Yeah, Martinez and Anthony will be another deal that will probably overpay wages. Rahul, good. Thanks for everyone watching as well. I've actually had more people watching our streams today than recent weeks, so that's good to see. That's a good step. Make sure to like the live, comment down below, and also hit that subscribe button and let us know your thoughts on the De Jong deal and Malacia deal, and who else you would like Manchester United to sign in the summer. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll be live tomorrow for the United Way News Show. See you on the next one. Have a good one.